The coronavirus is the biggest threat this country has faced for decades, and this country is not alone. All over the world, we're seeing the devastating impact of this invisible killer.
We are collectively telling gyms and leisure centres to close.
And therefore, I urge you to stay at home and save lives.
Yo, what's up guys, it's Lubomba checking in. So today I'm gonna be hitting you with an update, as I feel like you guys deserve an update. So it's been a while since I've actually sat down and actually explained what I've been up to, like during this quarantine situation. Obviously with the current climate, a lot has changed. Actually no, that's a lie. Majority of the things have actually been the same in terms of my workflow, day-to-day stuff. It's all done in here between these two desks that you see. So essentially this is my office in a way. This is my hub. But I'm gonna share some examples of the things I've been doing to ensure that, you know, I'm proactive. I'm still doing what I need to do in order to keep moving forward, because most of us right now, due to the restrictions that we have, so I completely understand that and I completely empathize with you guys. Definitely on the same boat. You know, a lot has changed, especially on the fitness side. A lot has changed, especially not being able to train properly. Straight off the bat, I've established a way of being consistent with what I do by doing a morning ritual. Find a morning ritual which you can follow step by step. So for me, I've been waking up every morning and doing an ab workout. It's not the sake of doing the ab workout, but just the consistency element of it. So adopt a consistent habit, a consistent trait which you can adopt and which you can implement into your life. This is going to allow you to stay sane in this current situation, so you're actually more proactive, so you're actually doing something. Me, I have many different things in my life that allow me to be consistent. So for example, my breakfast on my Snapchat, you already know that I take a picture of my breakfast every single morning. The pure reason to that is not to show you my breakfast, but to show you an internal perspective of my life. It tells you a few things about me, that I'm committed, I'm dedicated. You know, I take what I do very seriously. So it's the philosophy behind that. I do that for a very specific reason. So a breakfast is small, but it's just one example of what I do. Training was one example, because you guys saw me in the gym every day training. That's just how my life is. So I wouldn't expect everyone to take a route like that, but find something that you can stick to. So consistency, find a routine, do something, wake up. One thing that I've tried to do and try to keep on top of is going out for a walk, 20-30 minutes, just go for a walk. Really, this is gonna set your mentality right. Being stuck indoors for a very long period of time, it can get a bit too much and it can get very tempting to eat shit food, watch a lot of TV, watch a lot of movies, and start binging and start procrastinating. That's what we're trying to avoid. So I'm gonna give you the key tips to avoid all that. So consistency, find something that works for you. Number two, one thing that I suggest you guys do, so I highly recommend, you know, you find a way to work out. So home workouts are a big thing right now. So there's a ton of them on social media. I've started doing home workouts. So if you go to my Instagram, there's plenty of home workouts which you can follow. This has been a lifestyle change for me, a lifestyle transition, just due to this current circumstances. Even though I don't have a gym, I'm doing what I can with what I got. I'm actually waiting for some equipment so I can actually train. Pretty exciting stuff. So my current situation right now, I'm actually maintaining what I have. I've been bulking since January until March, so I had to stop that. It doesn't really make sense for me to be consuming 6 to 7 meals a day, 4,100 plus of calories. I'm not really utilizing those calories and I'm just gonna get fat, especially if my total daily expenditure is not that high. So you wanna put your body into a position where it's utilizing the energy. So I know for a lot of people, energy consumption is gonna be very low, so that's completely okay. Eat according to what you're doing. Intuitive eating. So this is something that's new to me as well. So yeah, so I'm consuming around 4 meals a day, on average 5 if I, you know, on the top end, and the very least 3. My breakfast has always been the same, so 1,000 calories just from my breakfast. And then meal number 2, protein, granola. And then meal number 3 will be a big meal, which would be lunch/dinner. And then after that, I'll probably have the same meal again before I go to bed, or before I go to bed, I'll have a shake. My protein intake doesn't need to be that high, so I haven't been consuming that much. Number 3, I highly recommend you guys get online. So right now we've seen that with traditional businesses, they're taking a big hit. I highly recommend you get online, start experimenting, start doing the things that you've always wanted to do. I know you guys have a list. For me, you know about my list on my phone. I keep a huge list of the things that I want to do. So this is the great opportunity to do that. I've invested so much time into my businesses and building the foundation which I've been seeking for such a long time, considering prior to this situation, those circumstances were actually harder for me to do what I need to do today. Again, this situation is a blessing and a curse. I just want to say condolences go out to the people that are really suffering the most in this situation. But again, for most of us, the situation is that this is a great opportunity for us to be doing the things that we should be doing, investing for the future, being proactive with our own personal goals. I understand with people with traditional businesses right now, they're not at work, so you're forced to stay at home. So this is a blessing for you to be able to sit down, behind the laptop, do your research, start that personal training course that you've been thinking about, start that business that you've always wanted to do, you know, get in touch with the people that you've always wanted to get in touch with, so many different things, get on social media. You know, if you always thought about starting a YouTube channel, this is the perfect time. So for me, like YouTube, again, content is a big thing. So for me, constantly delivering content is what I need to do. It's my job. So I'm always looking for ways to progress. Right now with creation, and new products are coming out, tons and tons of new products, presets, everything, really trying to innovate, you know. So this opportunity is an absolute blessing, honestly, guys. There's no real excuse to not be doing what you're supposed to be doing, to be honest. You know, I'm doing my part, and I hope you guys, you know, I want to motivate you guys to do your part. What you invest now is going to multiply in the future. I guarantee you that, because that's something that's manifested into my life, and that's how things have become what they are today. When I was in university, when I was in partying, you know, I was too busy working, because that was my lifestyle. Just work, gym, work, edit. You know, it was the same routine. I just want to be a prime example of what hard work can do for you. You know, I'm just someone that happens to work really hard. So everything that I have is not, you know, it's not by luck. I've genuinely worked my ass off every single day since I started. So I'm a big believer in, you know, hard work breeds success. So, you know, I've still got a long way to go, so I'm still learning. Number 4, you know, this is something that I'm doing more of. Get in touch with old friends and family. So ring up your boy, catch up with them, have a little talk. You know, you don't have to do this every single day, but it's always good to catch up with people, especially for someone like me. You know, I'm a very introverted person. I'm always happy in a situation like this. So for me, isolation is actually not even that bad, because this is my environment. This is where I really evolve. This is where I really grow. This little bubble of solitude where everything happens, and that's how I've always operated. So for me, this is a blessing. Even living with Rob, he'll tell you how I operate. That's how I operate. So, you know, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I know more people are more extrovert, more social type, they're really struggling right now, but don't worry too much about it. The time will come, hopefully, you know, we can get out of this situation and, you know, not lose any more people. Number 5, stay positive. Have something in place to be excited about for the future. So that's something that I have. So for me, I set my own personal goals, certain things that I'm doing to ensure that that goal happens, and hopefully that goal will come to life so I can actually share with you guys, so you can remember this moment, and I'll be like, yo guys, this is what I've been planning all along. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I'm working on a few things. I'm working on my training guides. So I did release a training guide like 3-4 years ago when I started university, but I pulled it back because it wasn't good enough. So I'm working on my training guides. Creation, we've got some new products, tons and tons of products. The link is in the bio, all the tools and resources that you need. And on that's having any issues with creation, apologies. You know, it's a 2-man team, so it's very hard to get things very speedy and up to date. So I have to do majority of the graphics, and Rob takes care of the admin work. So be very patient with that. And then in terms of sponsorships, I really want to do more giveaways with Gymshark and my other sponsors. Hopefully do a main one on this channel. I know I've done one on Instagram, so do stay tuned for that. So food wise, food consumption, I've decreased my calories. So again, maintenance, intuitive eating. Right now I'm going for a body recomposition. So again, going back to my usual eating habits. So by nature, I'm just really lean. From a bulk, I added a lot of excess weight, especially on my waist, which was pretty noticeable. So now I'm kind of like tapering down so I can build on top of that during my bulk, but keep this shape, keep the aesthetic, because I did notice myself losing that a little bit, and the cheat meals did get, you know, a little bit overboard. You know, I always like to keep control of my diet. You guys know how clean I eat, and I like to keep it that way. And when I don't, it pisses me off a little bit. So purely because I'm bulking, so I'm telling myself I need to eat more. Like, I've had a few good people in the industry that told me, hey, if you want to really get your physique to the next level, you gotta eat. You gotta force yourself to eat. I've always been like that, but I just didn't realize how much more I had to eat. For the first time ever, consistently for a period of almost 4 months of eating 4,500 calories a day. That's the most I've ever eaten. And bear in mind, I eat relatively clean, so I had to, you know, pump in more cheat meals just for that to work. So that's my current situation, guys. Yeah, that's the current update from me. Anything that you want, guys, you can find on social media. There's a lot of things happening right now in terms of behind the scenes. There's one major plan which you've seen in the vlogs, which I kind of gave you a little hint. Unfortunately, that's had to come to a big halt. This is probably the biggest project yet I've ever done. So that's actually had to stop. Kind of sucks, but it just means it will be delayed. So hopefully you guys will see that come to light very soon-ish. But I'm excited for this project. So there's a lot of projects. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I just want to say a big thank you for the support, because most of you, all of you guys that on my socials, you know, have been very supportive. Give me good feedback on the products, on creation, give me feedback on my content. For me right now, my content, I'm trying to adapt, you know, to keep things moving forward, because again, you guys know me for my training workouts, especially in the gym, especially bodybuilding style training, hypertrophy training, because that's always been my style. But now I'm mixing things up, because personally, I'm someone that adapts pretty good. in situations, you know, hence why I'm able to do the things that I'm doing, you know, going from someone that's very athletic, very sporty, riding BMXs, playing basketball, to a bodybuilder. You know, I can transfer my skill sets to different things, and I've always been pretty lucky to be able to do that, because I know a lot of people do struggle with that. Hence why, again, from a different perspective, building my personal brands has always been very easy, because I do have a natural eye from, you know, for artistic, aesthetic stuff, because that's always been my background. Again, something that I've always enjoyed. But one thing that I actually recommend you guys do, immerse yourself into these new skill sets, which you could learn to actually benefit your life and actually make a change to you. Because once when you have a toolbox with all your essential tools, you know, from different categories, from business to creativity to, you know, to physical tools, physical traits that you have, all these things at some point in your future will come together and they will make a big impact, because it means you can adapt it to so many different things. So try not to be so one-dimensional with your perspective on things. Be multi-dimensional, be understanding with situations, with people. Honestly, it will take you far in terms of business. Understanding people, knowing how to talk to people has made a big difference. So guys, hopefully this video has motivated you guys. Hopefully this video inspire you to actually get on and do something, especially in a situation like this, because honestly, I can't express how much valuable time we have right now. And yeah, and hopefully you guys can do something with it, because I'm doing the most I can with it. And it's kind of annoying, because I keep telling myself I need to rest and I need to slow down, but I just keep finding myself on the laptop doing work. Whew, that was a lot of chit chat. I hope you enjoyed the video. In terms of my workouts, you'll find them on Instagram and all the information that you need. So guys, remember, stay consistent, stay dedicated, do what you do what you can with what you have. So that's what's been my go-to motto. And you guys, you know the lifestyle. Stay dedicated, guys.